As we get ready for the game of the week on the Valley Channel here tonight, we've had just a little bit of everything weather-wise, but a lot of wind, and we think we're going to see a little bit of everything on the field tonight as Green Canyon plays host to Stansbury. Green Canyon opening their season with a big win, and once again, defense will be their calling card, pitching a shutout last week on their way to that 1-0 record. They took that defense all the way to the state title game last year before losing to Crimson Cliffs in that one. They just didn't have enough offense. Well, this year they feel like, hey, we've got a year in that system. Now we can start adding things. The kids know more what they're doing, and so they really feel offensively they're going to take a big step this year out here at Green Canyon. Stansbury is a big test. They're a proud program. They're good every year. Even with a brand new coach, they figure to give the Wolves some headaches tonight on the Game of the Week. I had a chance to talk with Green Canyon head coach JT Tauiliili earlier this week, and when I was asking about his team and different players, he kept going back to the off season and talking about second year and how much better it's been in this second off season. It's just, he says it's really a natural progression, and this year we're adding wrinkles offensively. We're just teaching. We don't have to worry about installing everything and getting these kids up to speed on the basics. Now we can start adding some things. He said the defense is like that as well. He was really high on quarterback Peyton Wilson, had a lot of good things to say about him and that offense taking that step forward to meet up with the defense. With the defense, he had a big shout out for Ammon Samia, the defensive coordinator. He said, man, he is installing culture. This defense knows what they're supposed to do, and we want to be about defense out here at Green Canyon. We'll see how the D performs tonight.
Say the word base.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. KSM means music. Music is all we do. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Of course, Green Canyon going into the state championship game last year, riding a hot defense. They got beat by Crimson Cliffs big in that ball game, 33-0. But everybody got beat pretty big by Crimson Cliffs last year. In the semis, Ridgeline lost to them by 7. That was about as close as anyone had been all year. That was a stacked team there in Crimson Cliffs. So we'll welcome you to North Logan, where Green Canyon High School resides. Eric Olson along with you as Stansbury and Green Canyon getting set to kick off. Stansbury with a new coach, Lee Leslie. He's not a new coach to the coaching profession. He's been coaching for a long time. He coached at Tooele way back in 1988 for a few years before going to Hillcrest, and he's been out of the state for a while, and now he's back with Stansbury as Eric Alder left Stansbury and is now up the road at Skyview. His team taking a tough 27-0 loss at Morgan last night. Green Canyon going all the way to the title game last year where they were thumped by Crimson Cliffs. Everybody was thumped by Crimson Cliffs. They returned some key starters, but they're looking at 8 new guys along that defense that finished number 2 in 4A last year. They can get those 8 guys up to speed and get this offense rolling this year, which they feel like they should be able to do as everybody's got another year in JT Tauili'ili's system. They feel like they can make noise once again. Picked to finish 3rd in Region 11. Stansbury also picked to finish 3rd in Region 10. Stansbury will kick off on a breezy night. Well, it's beyond breezy. It's downright windy here in North Logan, and you could probably hear it through our microphones. Wind at the back of Stansbury, and Bryson Pabst cuts it back to the middle. He's got a lane. Look out! Pabst hauled down at the 15. No flags. He started for the far sideline, saw something, stuck his foot in the ground, cut it back to the middle, and a big opening right up the middle for Pabst, and he takes it all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They say he was out at the 13-yard line. +75 yard return to start the game by Pabst, the 6-foot junior. Here's Peyton Wilson, the 5'9" senior, not big, but he's got a talented arm. He's in trouble, using his legs to try to get out of it, and he does not. Stood in there, nothing came open. Nice job on the back end by Stansbury, and it's a 6-yard loss. Coach Tauili'ili said that they were a little bit worried about that Stansbury front, their front 7. He said could cause some trouble. Here's the give as Green Canyon goes to the ground. They pick up 3 yards back. It's Thane, and it'll be 3rd down. I'm sure you can hear that wind. And what are we doing? We got the officials talking in the Green Canyon huddle. There wasn't any flag. Thane goes to the sideline, so he'll be off. Now there's a flag. Did they break the huddle with too many players? Unsportsmanlike conduct on Green Canyon after the officials stood in there and talked to the Green Canyon huddle forever. Then they walked out of there and threw a flag. Wilson comes to the sideline, has to put his helmet back on. So after the great kick return, Green Canyon loaded up the gun and they're shooting every one of their toes. They take a sack on 1st down, get 3 yards on 2nd down, and now before 3rd down can even get snapped, a 15-yard penalty. So it's 3rd down. They got to get inside the 5-yard line. They got to go down to, they got 26, 27, 28 yards. 3rd and 28. They have to get to the 4-yard line. It must be, I don't know if it's a helmet problem or what. They brought Wilson over to the sideline. They changed his helmet. But to throw the immediate flag, I don't know if somebody said something or if that was an equipment thing, and then instead of just asking him to change it, he threw a flag instead. Well, I don't know the whole story, so doesn't do any good to speculate. And now you're out of field goal range, probably. There's a stiff wind blowing down there. Wilson's got to look into that wind. And 3 down linemen, 8 look like they're going to drop. The linebackers are 8 yards off the ball. 3-man rush. Wilson over the middle, nice grab for 7 yards. Brought in by 87 Parker Lowe, but not enough for the first down. And I would be interested to see if they're going to try to kick a field goal. This would be about 41, 42 yards into the wind. Tanner Holt, the kicker. Wilson's the holder. This is 44, 43 yards. See if they maybe pull some trickeration here. But again, into the wind, which is blowing kind of out of the south, a little bit to the east. They're going to kick it. It's got enough leg, but it's drifting. I think it got in. It did. It was drifting, and then it just kind of died and barely got over. But barely counts, and it's a 3-0 lead for Green Canyon on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Hey, do you remember when bread was made naturally? At the old grist mill, they bring back that tradition. They're simple, wholesome bread made with fresh milled, high-protein wheat for rich flavor. Come in and try a free slice of hot bread and you will taste the difference. They've been proudly serving Cache Valley and northern Utah with a location over in Brigham City since the beginning. Old Grist Mill's Logan's home for quality bread and more. The Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. So Green Canyon puts points on the board after the long kick return. They started inside their own 15, but ended up having to kick a 40-plus yard field goal. And now they'll be kicking off. Again, into that wind, so it could be a short kick. See if he tries to knuckle it. He puts it in the air, and they're going to blow a whistle and bring it back again. So we've had 2 penalties now on Green Canyon as they were offsides. I don't want to get that cleaned up because what nobody did tonight was buy a ticket to watch penalties on either team. And the guys in the stripes will tell you the same thing. Listen, the less that people have to look at us, the better. That was a pretty good kick. Into the wind by Holt. 5'11" junior is going to tee it up again on the far hash. Stansbury with a new coach. We mentioned this year, Lee Leslie's 1-0 after their 13-9 win over Snow Canyon last week. Got a touchdown run with just over a minute and a half left for the winning score. This one's taken at about the 10. Still on his feet and returning it up to about the 29 is Stansbury. Looks like that was Gabriel Binkley. Binkley with the return and decent starting field position for Coleman Dearden, the senior quarterback, and the Stansbury offense. Dearden last week 7 of 13 for 84 yards. They got into the end zone running the ball. It's kind of a hybrid offense. Spread, run and shoot. Dearden, 3 wide to this side, 4 total. He's going to turn around and hand it off. He's spun down after a gain of 5 is the back. And he said he lost the ball, and the official said same thing. Green Canyon came up with it. Let's see. Green Canyon's defense ran off the field. And the officials say, nope, get your defense back out here. That wasn't a fumble. And the funny thing is the running back came out of there acting like it was a fumble the whole time. That was Tyson Ferry. So he was the guy with the ball, and he thought it was a fumble. And the officials said, nope, come on back, Green Canyon. So Stansbury's offense stays out there. Ferry heads to the sideline and they turn and hand it. They'll use multiple backs. And that was Maka Salahuddin. And he picked up 5. Green Canyon D with only a couple of returning starters, and here's some more flags. And this one is going to be on Stansbury as they were moving too soon. First penalty on the Stallions. Third incident of laundry on the field in less than 4 minutes. You kind of expect that early in the season, but these teams both played last week. 3-3-5 look for Green Canyon. Dearden's going to keep it. He's got some room off the edge. Picks up the penalty yardage plus 1 more before he's brought down. So right now, Stansbury keeping the ball on the ground, and they're averaging about 5.5 yards per carry. It was Paps that brought him down from that safety position. Paps, the 6-foot junior. Dearden, 6'2". Good sized quarterback, and he's got Ferry behind him. Ferry takes off, now they're gonna pitch, trying to get him to the edge. Ferry turns it inside, picks up a couple, picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 6. So Ferry picked up 5, almost 6 on his first carry. Thought he had fumbled it, and the officials said, "No, you didn't, son. Everybody settle down." And Stansbury's kept it. And they've yet to put the ball in the air. 3rd and 6. Ferry in the backfield with Dearden. 2-by-2 on the wide receivers. Rhodes to this side. They're going to try to run it again, and Green Canyon gives up 4, but Stansbury needed 6. Let's see what the Stallions decide to do. 4th down and 2 right at midfield, and I don't see a punter running out onto the field. Logan Lewis is listed as their punter. And they're averaging about 4.5 yards a carry. They need 2. Why not? They've got a wing back in there, and they're going to turn and give it to Ferry. He's got the first down. He picked up 3, needed 2. So Ferry 4 carries for 15 yards in the early going. And Stansbury keeps the drive going, grinding this one out. They're on the Wolves' side of the field. Dearden unloads, overthrows the intended receiver, Salahuddin, and it's 2nd and 10. So now for the first time tonight, they're behind the sticks on 2nd down. I guess the last time they only picked up 3, but 3 is 9 more feet than 0. Cache County School District Education tells me that. And that's what I'm going with. 2 backs, a wing, and a couple of receivers wide. Ball's on the turf. Trouble with the exchange. Luke Rich gets down on it before any black-clad defenders could get there. And it'll be 3rd and long. Remember Dearden last week, 7 of 13, 54%, 84 yards. So about 12, well, exactly 12 yards per completion. 4 wide, fake the give. Dearden's going to roll. Has to step up, in trouble, down he goes. He gains 2 yards, but it'll be 4th and 8 at the Green Canyon 45-yard line. And the punting unit comes out. He got out of there in a hurry. Earlier I said Stansbury was pick number 3 in Region 10. They're pick number 2 in Region 10. Pabst going to look at it, and it's going to head into the end zone. And Green Canyon, leading 3-0, will take over at the 20-yard line with 3:58 to play in this first quarter. Other games going on tonight. Logan's at North Sanpete. Westfield taking on Richfield. Ridgeline down at Riverton. Cedar City is over the hill at Bear River. Mountain Crest over the hill as well at Box Elder. And again, we mentioned Morgan trounced Skyview, shut them out last night. First shutout in, well, I can't remember. I want to say it was 8 or 9 years for Skyview as they couldn't get on the board. Morgan's tough at home. Morgan's tough everywhere, but they're really tough at home. 3 receivers to the near side. Thane in the backfield. They're going to turn and hand it to Thane. Tries to bounce it outside, and he's tripped up. Down he goes. No gain. In fact, may have lost a yard. Just reaching a hand out there was Peter Olson to trip him up, put him down. No gain for Thane. That's not a nickname you want as a running back. No gain Thane. You want big gain Thane. But not on that play. 2nd and 10. Wilson's going to roll. Got a lot of room outside the pocket. Pops it downfield. Picks up about 8 as he finds Knight. It'll be 3rd and short. And Wilson gets his first completion of the evening. 3rd and 2 for Green Canyon. They lead 3-0 with 3:21 to play in this first quarter. Clock stop after Knight knocked out of bounds. Colby Knight, the 5'10 senior. Stansbury showing a 3-man rush. That's what they're doing. Wilson in a little trouble. Gets it to the second level to Schramm. Schramm stays on his feet. And a nice gain, a gain of 10. On 3rd and 2, it's a first down for Green Canyon. Schramm, of course, with that big game last week, 8 receptions, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 an 89-yarder. He's a returning starter. He and Wilson have been really working together. Coach Ta'ila Ely said they have a great chemistry together. Said Wilson can kind of read his body language to know when he's going to, whether he's going to sit down or break out or what he's going to do. Thane gains about half a yard. Running yards hard to come by for Green Canyon early in this contest. They have -2 yards rushing. 3 rush attempts. One was a 6-yard sack that Wilson took on the first offensive play of the game. Green Canyon leading by a field goal with 2:45 to play in the first quarter. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Thane on the right side of the quarterback. Wilson can run if he wants. He's going to unload, has a man in Stallion territory at the 47-yard line. 15 yards to Lowe and a first down. No, Wilson's 3 for 3. Stansbury's done a good job of shutting off the run game. They sacked Wilson on the first play of the game. And now he's starting to dial it in. 4 out in the pattern. Wilson looks underneath, dumps it off. Stepping out of bounds is Stoddard. After a gain of 8. Stansbury, they're dropping 8 guys into coverage. They're not wanting to get beat deep. So there's a lot of that underneath stuff is coming open. The stuff, they've run to the sidelines, most of those sideline patterns. That was first level. They've gone second level a couple of times. Give it on the delay to Thane. Thane finds an opening, picks up the first down. Eight yards total for Thane, 4 yards on that carry. 8 yards on 4 carries. So we mentioned Stansbury doing a good job of plugging up the running lanes. Motion, Wilson steps, throws, out of bounds at the 25-yard line is Schramm. It's 9 yards on first down. Just a quick hitter. Wilson now 5 for 5 for 50 yards as they matriculate the pigskin down the gridiron, as they say. I don't know who they are, but that's what they say. 2nd and 1. You got a lot of pages in the playbook for 2nd and 1. 2-by-2 look again. Schramm at the top of your screen. Keep an eye, see if they take a shot. Motion, Merrill, and that's where they're looking at Schramm, but then Wilson is flushed out. Get down, young man. Finally does at the 20-yard line, picks up 6. It'll be first down. Green Canyon right at the 20. Clock continues to roll, 1:35 to play in this first quarter, 3-0 Green Canyon. A little bit of old school football being played here in North Logan. Stansbury keeping the ball on the ground and grinding it away. And Green Canyon saying, they're trying to take away the long stuff from us. All right, we'll just dink and dunk underneath and run now and again. Wilson looks. Nothing there, breaks out of the pocket. Steps to the sideline, inside the 5, near the goal line. It looks like he's going to be rolled out at the 1-yard line. 19-yard run for Wilson as Stansbury is dropping everybody, but nobody's accounting for the quarterback, at least on that play. First and goal, ball nose up on the 1-yard line. Green Canyon trying to make it a 2-score lead. 1:03 to play in the first quarter. 2 backs in the backfield. Martin and Thane, nothing special. As Thane tries to find the end zone, and they're going to say he stopped just short. I mean, those officials' foot is right on the goal line. Officially no gain, but the ball now inside the 1. So he gained the length of a football. A lot of beef down inside there for Stansbury. Flag on the play. Green Canyon clapping their hands like it might be on Stansbury. It'll be a 3-inch penalty. Illegal participation. They had too many players on the field at Stansbury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I only see 10. Must be somebody I'm missing. There he is, the nose guard. Here's the give, nice hole off the left side, and walking into the end zone is Dallin Hawks. Touchdown, Green Canyon. So they threw the ball to get it down there. And then they ran the ball to punch it in. A 19-yard run by Wilson. The key play, along with the 15-yard completion to Lowe. Holt on for the PAT. Kicks up, kicks good. 10-0. Green Canyon with 24 seconds to play in the first quarter here in North Logan. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The Logo Shop is the sponsor of the Game of the Week. With the right branded products, you're not just top of mind, you're part of the adventure. Boost your brand image, connect and communicate with fans, prospects, and customers for lasting impact. Come in and design your own t-shirts with the Logo Shop crew for camps or reunions. Summer's about over, but never too early to get started for next year. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. Green Canyon, 2 possessions, 2 scores. Stansbury awaits the kickoff. Holt from the 40-yard line is going to put this one into the end zone. It's grabbed there and returned out to the 20. They're going to say he got up to about the 22-yard line. And that's where Stansbury takes over, trailing 10-0. 32 yards rushing on that first possession by Stansbury, but 0 for 1 through the air. They were 1 for 3 on 3rd down on that last possession, 1 for 1 on 4th down. Now 2 backs in the backfield for the Stallions. Handed off to Ferry. Peterson was back there with him, and Ferry spun down after a 3-yard gain. 18 yards on 5 carries for Tyson Ferry, the 5'8" senior. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll head to the other side of the field. 10-0 Green Canyon over Stansbury at the end of 1. Wendy's is a Game of the Week sponsor. All right, you guys that have watched me know I love breakfast. I love those breakfast sandwiches. Well, with Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of their delicious morning favorites. Choose from the sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or a medium hot coffee. Yeah, the Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundle, only at Wendy's. Talking to Coach Ta'ili before this. Oh, what are they doing there? They didn't switch ends of the field. They were zeros on the board. Now they got 12 minutes up there. Are they? I mean, there was only a few seconds left. And that was a run to the middle of the field. They're going to say 1 second left. Okay. So that wasn't the end of the quarter. It was all zeros up there. Everybody was getting ready to switch sides. And nope, never mind. Dearden rolls, fires to the sideline, complete. Now that's the end of the quarter. And a gain of 10. 10-0 Green Canyon. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. You know what? I like Wendy's so much, I'm going to talk about them again since we had a fake quarter break. We're going to have a real one. Whether you're hungry for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, there's more than one way to get Wendy's delivered. You can start your delivery order straight from their app or head to any one of their official third-party partners like DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and Uber Eats. So you can get your Wendy's favorites from your favorite delivery app anytime you want. You can go in and sit, you can drive through, or you can just stay at home and have them bring it to you. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, Green Canyon on defense right now, and talking to Coach Ta'ili before the game, he was talking about, hey, we need to make sure our team defensively knows what the expectations are here. He loves defense. Coach JT does. He loves it. He said we start practice with defense first. We want to be a defense-minded team. We have some fantastic athletes over there. We're doing some scheme stuff this year, but really, he said these guys know it. Now we're just helping them with their reads and figuring out what they're seeing while they're out there. 3 returning starters on a defense that last year was ranked 2nd in 4A. Well, you can probably hear a pretty good wind blowing here in North Logan. Here's the give to Ferry. Ferry met in the hole. Down he goes, gained a yard. Martin and Wallace met him in there. Second and 9 as we get the second quarter started. 10-0 Green Canyon. Green Canyon's mostly done it through the air because Stansbury's done a good job against the run, and Stansbury has moved the ball on the ground. Now they swing it out to Ferry, trying to get him to the edge. He cuts it back inside. He picked up a block, and it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard after a pickup of 8. One for 3 on 3rd downs in that first quarter. Oh, they're going to call it a 1st down. Man, they gave him a good spot. They spotted him clear up at the 45. Sure looked like they brought him down closer to the 44. But they're saying 1st down. So take back what I said about 3rd downs. It's not 3rd down, it's 1st and 10 for the Stallions at the 45-yard line. Seven up front for Stansbury. Rich in motion. Fake it to Ferry. He makes a block. Dearden keeps. We're going to give him 3. That looked like he hit the ground after a gain of 2 and then rolled forward for that last yard, but they're spotting him to where he rolled to. Might have been the case that he got low and kind of spun off before he actually hit the ground, and now we're going to stop play again. For what? They're paying a lot of attention to the Green Canyon uniforms. So they're making Thane take something off and throw it over the sideline. May have been a bracelet or some kind of little band that he had around his wrist. Sharp eyes out there tonight. 2nd and 6. Give it off. New running back toting the rock. It's Oliver. Wyatt Oliver picks up a couple. 6 players carried the football last week for Stansbury in their opener, the win against Snow Canyon, a 13-9 victory. He had a 34-yard touchdown run with under a minute and a half left to seal the deal in that ball game. 3rd and 3. Off tackle run's going to pick up the first down and plenty more. 10 yards on 3rd and 3. That looked like Peterson, and that's a first down. .47 yards rushing for Stansbury. We're in the first 3.5 minutes of this second quarter. Gain of a yard. It was Oliver that time, tripped up before he could really get going. Dearden's completed a couple of passes on this drive as well as Stansbury changing things up. They've gone to the air a couple times, run it a few times. Just trying to keep that defense off balance. A 3-3-5 look for Green Canyon. They walk a backer up into the gap. Green Canyon walks that backer up, walks one up on the edge, and Stansbury said, let's take a timeout. We don't like what we're in, don't like this look. With 7:38 to play in the first half, timeout Stansbury, 10-0 Green Canyon. KSM Music is a Game of the Week sponsor. The best deals and service in the Valley on band and orchestra rentals. They're offering the first month for free with no commitment. Return or exchange anytime. So school's starting. You got somebody that's in band or orchestra, go see KSM Music. Repairs are included in the rental, along with quality name brands. KSM Music, a Game of the Week sponsor. Take a look at some scores a little bit tonight and see if we can't bring them to you. Logan's at North St. Pete, Ridgeline at Riverton, Bear River hosting Cedar City, Mount Crest at Box Elder. 2nd down and 9 as we return to action. Stansbury putting together a nice drive. Down the sideline they go. Dearden throws it out. His receiver cuts it in, and it'll be 3rd down. Grizel, the sophomore, zigged and Dearden through the zag. Incomplete. That could be Rhodes, actually. There's 2 82s on the roster. That's most likely Rhodes. Lael Rhodes, the junior. 3rd and 9. See if Green Canyon brings some pressure. 4 receivers, they keep the back in. Dearden trying to sneak out of the pocket as he didn't have much time at all. 4 yards, it'll be 4th down and 5. Dearden bailed out of there in a hurry. You don't know what he's coached to do. If it's like, here's your read, if it's not there, take off. But he bailed in a hurry. He was feeling some pressure from Green Canyon. Green Canyon made quarterbacks' lives miserable last year. 4th and 5. Under 7 minutes to play in the half. It's a 10-0 Green Canyon lead. Stansbury threatening. Dearden. Plenty of time, cross the middle, early. The defender was there early, no flag. And the ball turns over on downs. Green Canyon got away with one. Green Canyon takes over as another Stansbury drive bogs down in Wolves territory. And the home standing team leading by 2 scores, looking to put another one on the board. If you're Stansbury, you've got to bow up now. You don't want to get down by 3 because the way this Green Canyon defense plays, there's no such thing as a quick touchdown. Wilson, across the middle to his tight end, still on his feet, up to midfield. Goes low. 18 yards on first down on the quick hit. Unofficially, I've got Wilson 6 for 6. I'm trying to think when he may have missed one. First down right at midfield for the Wolves. Fake the give, hit another quick one over the middle to Lowe again. He's right at the sticks. They're going to say he's down after a 9-yard gain. Seven for 7, 77 yards unofficially for Peyton Wilson at 2nd and 1. The throw game has been on point for Green Canyon since that first possession. Here's the give to Thane. Actually, that's not Thane, that's Hawks. Hawks needed, he already got 2. Hawks 3 yards on 2 carries and a touchdown. Only 3 ball carriers last week for Green Canyon. Wilson, Hawks, and Thane. Hawks will come to the sideline and Thane back in. Neither one of those backs particularly big, both about 5'8". Wilson's listed at 5'9". Fake the give inside, another quick one over the middle, and the receiver, Stoddard, let it go right through his hands. It was there, and Wilson put it on him, and Stoddard slow to get up. In fact, he's staying down. First incompletion for Wilson. Stoddard took a wallop. He ran him right into that double coverage, and that may have been why it went through his hands, because he was seeing white flash all around him. 5:08 to play in the first half. 10-0 Green Canyon as they attend to Carter Stoddard, the 6'2 senior. Schramm that was taking a knee with him. Stoddard's up. He's going to bring it to the sideline. He's kind of holding his, looks like he might be kind of holding his arm or his wrist. He got sandwiched in between multiple defenders. He might have had that forearm smacked between some helmets. And you hope that it's just an owie and not an injury. There is a difference. One of them, you're hurt. The other one, you're injured. And they're going to put him on the bench and take a look at him. 2nd and 10, so now Green Canyon behind the sticks for the first time on this drive. Ball just inside the Stansbury 40-yard line. Wilson's going to throw again. Look out, gets rid of it at the last second. Schramm looks it in. Going to step out of bounds after a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3.
He walks out of bounds after a 6-yard gain, brings up a 3rd and 4.
Green Canyon's already kicked one 40-plus yard field goal into the wind. If they don't pick up a first down here, it's probably right at the edge of where you'd want to maybe try from. It's still quite a ways out. Wilson getting him to the edge. Flag in the backfield, incomplete. We probably got a holding call on Green Canyon as the white hat threw that. Luke Baker, the 6'7" junior, looks back at the white hat. He's a big kid. William Polson, also 6'7", back there with him. I think Stansbury's going to back him up. So it'll be 3rd down again. 3rd and 14. 3rd and 13 instead of 3rd and 3. And what's the calculus here? You don't have to get it all. You may just go for it on 4th down if you get enough of it. But if you're the offense, you want to get something. Late extra rusher coming over the middle. Goes Wilson, it's Thane, and he's dang near that 1st down. He's going to be short by 2 yards, a 12-yard gain. Wilson, 9 of 10, 96 yards. 4th down and 2. And the offense stays on the field. Wilson's been throwing the ball. He's had some running lanes. He's had 3 rushes for 19 yards. One of those was a sack that goes down in the stats as a rush attempt. Now they're stopping the clock. Stansbury's making some adjustments. Bringing on a player late. Now they start the clock again. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the half. Stansbury looking like they might bring some linebackers. Crowding the line with 7. Turn and give. And this is going to be close. It all depends on the spot. I think he's got it. Stansbury says no, they don't. What do the stripes say? And they said no, they don't. My goodness. That was a favorable spot for Stansbury as the Stallions bow up and stop Green Canyon. They needed 2, they got 1. Baxter Martin put his head down. He looked like he was across the 30, but his knee must have touched down before he got there. And on 4th down, deep in Stansbury territory, Green Canyon turns it over. Turn and give. And Martin says, all right, I didn't get 1st down. I like tackling better than I like running it anyway. He takes Ferry down for a loss of 2. 3.5 minutes to play in the half. 10-0 Green Canyon. It has not been a big play ball game. We figured it would probably be a low scoring game, and so far that's what we're looking at. Old school football from new look formations. 2nd and 12. Dearden's going to get rid of it on a little wide receiver screen, a pickup of about 4. Let's see where they spot it. 3. Stansbury's 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, and they have a 3rd and 9. Clock stopped as he took the receiver out of bounds. Rhodes. 2 to this side. Now the running back leaves the pocket. They're trying to get him in space. Spun down short of the line to gain is Ferry. He's close, he got 8. He needed 9. Let's see what Stansbury decides to do. Trying to get him out into space. He had a couple of blocks, and Stansbury in the first half down 10-0 with 2:35 to play. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Defensively, you do not want to be drawn off sides. Stansbury, the good size offensive line. See if they put Dearden up under center and just sneak it. He is up under center. 0 splits for the line. He's barking. Martin just about comes across. And now the back judge throws a flag. Now offsides isn't his call. What's the call? Too much time is his call. And it is delay of game, which that seemed like a quick call as well, but you can't tell here because there's no clock. So Stansbury took their time getting up to the line of scrimmage, and they took too much time. And with 2:11 to play in the half, they'll have to punt the ball away. And that's a possession that Stansbury's going to want to cut out of the video and just throw away. First punt of the game, Pabst on the run. Grabs it and is met almost immediately by Kai Astle. And Pabst takes it up to the 37. That's where Green Canyon will take over. Stansbury turning Green Canyon away the last time out, turning them over on downs after Green Canyon had driven deep into their territory. Okay, they're not at the 37. It's back at the 35. They stood at the 37 while the teams were on the sideline, then took 2 steps back and put it on the 35. Now they're just messing with it. Wilson's been nearly perfect tonight. A lot of time. Now he decides to vacate the pocket. He gets out of bounds right about the 40-yard line, and a flag back at the line of scrimmage. You're 5 on 3. You should never have to hold. So instead of a 4-yard gain, it's probably going to be a 10-yard loss. Holding on Green Canyon. 4 penalties, 40 yards for the Wolves. Stansbury with a penalty of their own. So instead of 2nd and 6, it's going to be 1st and 20. 1:43 to go in this first half. Wilson steps outside the pocket again. Now has Schramm coming back to him. Schramm stepped out of bounds. He wanted to turn it upfield. He picks up 10. But he was too close to the sideline and couldn't help stepping out of bounds. And that stops the clock. 2 timeouts left for Stansbury. They get a stop here, and the ball stays in the middle of the field to see if the Stallions take a timeout. Now the officials are going to stop play again. It looked like maybe they were checking some equipment again. Everything's fine. They start the clock. Late rusher coming for Stansbury. A lot of running room for Wilson. Wilson jukes. First down. Still on his feet. Looking for the sideline. Picks up a block. Wilson inside the 15. From the 35 down to the 12. And do we have a flag? Sure we do. Why wouldn't we? Holding on the offense. I don't see a flag anywhere on the field. Oh, it's on the far side. The far side official threw it back in the backfield. 100 miles away from the play. So that's why the hometown crowd isn't happy. 50-plus yard gain comes back. Now you say, okay, it was the far side official. It was on the Stansbury sideline. He threw the flag clear back at the 30-yard line on the opposite side of where that run went, but the hold may have been on the block that sprung Wilson. So he got out to that edge and got out of there because someone was being held. That's most likely what happened. 2nd and 20. Wilson against the 3-man rush. He's going to break the pocket again. He's going to hold again. Picking up yardage. He's got the penalty yardage back and then some. Picks up 13. He's had some big runs tonight. 4 carries, 31 yards, and he just had one that was close to, well, it was over 60 yards called back. Timeout Green Canyon with 33 seconds left, and Wilson comes up limping. And that's what you worry about with a running quarterback. Down he goes on the sideline. Oh, looks like it's a cramp, so hopefully he'll be okay. 10-0 Green Canyon with 33 seconds left in the half. Custom Fence has been crafting quality fences since 1960. From humble beginnings to a leader in the fencing industry, discover the journey of Custom Fence and be part of it as they continue to deliver excellence and innovation in every product. Visit CustomFence.com for a quote today. Custom Fence, a Game of the Week sponsor. A lot of penalties on Green Canyon, and as they have 5 here in this first half. The hometown crowd didn't like the last one that negated a huge gain. About a 60-yard gain, and it was on the far side of the field. Looked like it was well away from the play, but again, Wilson had broken out of the pocket to that side, and so it very well could have been somebody holding on that side. You may not always like the calls, but those guys in the stripes are a lot closer to the action than we are, and they're looking for certain things. It's a tough job. 3rd and 7. Wilson comes on after the cramp. Now he's spun down, but not until after he gains a first down. 15 yards for Wilson. Nobody is accounting for the quarterback. And you've got to think that's something that Stansbury is going to figure out at halftime. 22 seconds left, and Green Canyon takes their second timeout. Because if nothing's there, they're dropping 8. If nothing's there, and there's nobody keeping an eye on Wilson, he's breaking out of there. He's got 5 carries for 46 yards, so 9 yards a carry. You wonder if maybe they'll try to put a spy on Wilson, because they're only rushing 3 and they're dropping 8. And the danger with that is Wilson is 10 of 11 for 106 yards. Now you put a spy on him. All right, you keep him from running, but what are you giving up? And can Wilson find where you vacated with that spy? 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Stansbury. Now on this drive with 22 seconds to play in the half, you are going to want to keep those 8 guys deep and not let anything behind you. Cody Edelmeyer comes off the field. Houston Peremski, the sophomore, comes on the field. 27 sophomores on this team. Only 19 seniors. I'm talking about Green Canyon. 1st and 10, get it out to the sideline to Pabst. And Wilson doesn't get it to him. He went off before the last play with a cramp. They stretched him out. He came back and ran. Only his 2nd incomplete pass of the night. And it's 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds to play in the first half. Holt's got a pretty good leg, and the wind's behind him, so if they can pick up about 20 yards, they could be in field goal range. 2nd and 10, the Sticks say third. Flag, and they blow it dead. Stop me if you heard this when we got another flag. At this point, the officials have more yardage than both teams. This team's got to clean it up. Really, Green Canyon's got to clean it up. 55 yards worth of penalties in this first half. So they have only 3 more yards rushing than they have in penalty yardage. 106 through the air. So it should be 2nd down. The Sticks over there say 3rd down. Huh. I guess it is 3rd down. 3rd and 15. Stansbury's still got a couple of timeouts. Here comes a blitz off the edge. Wilson throws. His receiver hadn't turned to look for it. Incomplete, 16 seconds on the clock. So penalties. Killing the drive for Green Canyon. I swear they've lost a down somewhere. And you can see Wilson as he comes to the sideline. I don't know if you can see him in that look. He's going to go back to the huddle. He's kind of limping a little bit. Came up gimpy after a run. He came to the sideline, hit the ground, and they started stretching him out like it was a cramp. And that's still kind of bothering him. You see him shaking his leg. 4th and 15 with 16 seconds to play in the half. And 2 timeouts for Stansbury, so this is a gambit. I really think it's 3rd down. I think they've lost a down on those Sticks over there. Nope, they're going to punt it away. Wilson off the side of that crampy leg, and he is walloped. Down he goes. He gets run over. The white hat looks right at it after the punt, and he doesn't throw a flag. He kicked it away. The ball was gone. You can't just plow over the guy. Oh, he was a runner. He kicked it away. And Paps is talking to the white hat. And Wilson was slow to get up. He goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And they're not happy about it here in North Logan. That's interesting. And Coach Ta'ili is over there talking to the side judge. He's pretty calm, but he's having some words. Because, yeah, he was kind of one of those rugby-style punts, so he does become a runner. But he got hit well after the ball was away. Give to Rich, down he goes. Pick up a yard. Stansbury's just going to get to the half. They gave it to Ferry, pardon me. That's the end of the first half. Penalties plaguing Green Canyon. The Stansbury defense gave up a couple of scores early, but then been making life pretty miserable for the Green Canyon offense since. And it's a 10-0 Stansbury trailing Green Canyon as we head to the half.
I want to succeed in athletics, but I also want to succeed in school, and I also want to help my family and my community. And so I think through being balanced and juggling all these things, it leads me to fulfill those wants and then be happier because of it.
You're trying to get the out. In order to have a fulfilling and well-rounded life, you have to do a lot of different things.
goes to her classes and she does her sports.
I don't really know how she does it. She goes there every day with just like a smile on her face.
I think everyone can have a drive, but it's the people that actually choose to feed this hunger are the people that stand out. Your hunger to win has to be bigger than anybody else's.
If she sets her mind to it, she's going to accomplish it, and I have no doubt about that. Whether it's she needs to drop 3 seconds on her time, she needs to get a better grade on her math test.
Bill is just one of those people who, whenever I say you do anything, you always have this drive.
There's a drive there that comes from wanting to be everything that her mom set in motion in the first 13 years of her life.
My mom was one of my closest friends, so she had such an immense impact and influence on my life that when she died, my whole world was kind of turned around.
She was heartbroken, as you would imagine. She knew she had all these little ones looking to her. She was only 12 years old, but she became the person who was handling it.
I'm trying my best, I guess. It's been hard. She was such a big part of my life, but I'm doing the best I can.
She's a beautiful runner. I mean, just amazing to watch her run.
She's a tremendous sister, tremendous daughter, caring soul, remarkably proud of Jillian.
Like, she has so much responsibility in her life. It's also amazing that she does it with such humility and grace.
When you lose your mom and your sister, you realize how precious every day is, and you want to make the most of every day. Right? You sort of set high goals for yourself, and you sort of work to achieve them.
Sheer will and, passion and, but to get themselves there quicker than anybody else, to reach down deep, push through that pain, that both mental pain where you just want to stop, you want to give up, and that physical pain where your legs and your muscles are screaming, and just get yourself there.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. KSM means music. Music is all we do. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Back at Green Canyon High School, Eric Olson along with you as we get set for the second half. 10-0 Green Canyon leads Stansbury. It's been a defensive battle in this first half, and Green Canyon has started this season off. They've pitched 6 quarters worth of a shutout. I don't know if that's bad luck like it is in baseball, mentioning that. We're going to find out as Stansbury will get the ball first here to start this second half. Stansbury with 80 total yards of offense in the first half, 51 on the ground, 29 through the air. Green Canyon with 154, 106 through the air, and 58 on the ground. Green Canyon, their own worst enemy, 6 penalties in that first half for 55 yards. Only 1 penalty on Stansbury's. They played a pretty clean first half. Lee Leslie, we talked about him earlier. He's the coach here at Stansbury. From 88 to 92, he coached at Tooele. And from 93 to 99, he was at Hillcrest. Most recently, he was at McCall Donnelly High in Idaho for the last 8 years. But with his win last week, he's 60-60 all-time as a coach here in Utah. And Coach JT Tauiliili told me that he actually coached at Kahuku for a while. I don't know if he was a head or an assistant. It doesn't matter. Kahuku, a powerhouse in Hawaii, and you got to know what you're doing if you're going to be coaching at Kahuku. This kick is going to go way back into the end zone, and Stansbury will start the second half at their own 20-yard line. Some other scores of interest in the region. 13-6, North San Pete leads Logan at the half. 14-7, Ridgeline leading Riverton at the half. Cedar City all over Bear River, that one at the half, 27-0. And 7-6, Box Elder leads Mountain Crest at the half. Richfield thumping Westfield 32-13, that one also at the half. 10-0 our score here Stansbury trying to get into the end zone. They've put together a couple of nice drives and haven't been able to finish. Here's the give right up the middle. Putting his head down is Ferry. Ferry's one of those 5 returning starters on this offense. He along with Dearden. The main dudes, Rich and Maxwell, a couple of receivers, also a couple of those starters. They scored 13 points against Snow Canyon last week in their win with a late touchdown. Touchdown run of 34 yards to win that game. Here's the give again. Rich still on his feet. Excuse me, that's Ferry. Ferry picks up 10. And that was a big boy run right there. So Stansbury moves the sticks. These first few minutes, his first possession of this second half, be big for Stansbury. Coach Tau Ili or Green Canyon said, you know, I really like this game. It's a good test for us to see where we fit in 4A because Stansbury is tough. Five-yard gain that time for Peterson. 2 carries, 15 yards for Peterson on the night. $20 rushes tonight for Stansbury. They've only put the ball in the air 7 times. 2nd and 4. Second half just underway here in North Logan. Green Canyon leading Stansbury 10-0. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 after the 2-yard gain by Peterson. Two of 6 in that first half for the Stallions on 3rd down. $72 yards rushing. Just under 4 yards a carry. They need 2. Dearden's going to keep looking downfield. Has to get rid of it out of bounds. He looked like he might attack the line of scrimmage. Then a defender came off the edge, made him back up. And he had to get rid of it. Didn't really have anybody home, so he wisely just slung it out of bounds. 4th down. 1 for 1 on 4th down for Stansbury. Lee Leslie and the coaching staff talk it over and say, yeah, let's kick it away. Pabst has been the returner. He'll have Thane back there with him. Stansbury looks like they're short a man. Here he comes. Back judge still not counting, so they've got time. 4th and 2. They get the kick away. High kick. Pabst tells everyone to get away from it. Nice roll on that punt. It's going to roll inside the 16 down to the 15-yard line. And between the 14 and 15, that's where Green Canyon will take over, leading 10-0. Last year, Stansbury, 34 points a game, number 5 in 4A, and they gave up 21 3/4 points, number 8 in 4A. They've given up 10 tonight, but they haven't put any on the board. Green Canyon last year scored 19 a game, only gave up 13. Thane picks up 5. Nothing fancy. Well, they're going to give him 6. Gave him a generous spot there. Wilson got beat up a little bit in the end of that first half. See how he looks here and start this second half. In trouble, gets out of it, I don't know how. Stays on his feet, puts his head down, gets walloped, and picks up the first down. He is not big, and he's slow again to get up. He's got 50 yards rushing on 6 carries, and he got hit while he was down on the ground. But you know, he's been battling some cramps, and that could be what because he got up limping a little bit. It could be what he's working on here. Steps into that one, puts it right on the money. Gets hit as he throws, but that's a big gain. From the 32 out to the 47, it's 15 yards. You keep an eye. Wilson has got plowed over twice after he's delivered the ball. They haven't thrown a flag yet. Stansbury is making sure to put a hat on him. Let's see if that draws a penalty sometime tonight if they get there just a little late. He's going to give it off to Thane. Thane squirts through and gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Stansbury has done a good job of making running tough. 68 yards rushing for Green Canyon, 50 of those by the quarterback on scrambles. So only 18 yards from the running backs, 2nd and 9. And it's a 4-man front now for Stansbury. They were running a 3-man front most of that first half. Another quick hitter. Somehow that one gets through. I don't know how that one got through. It's a first down right at the sticks. To Lowe. Wilson slung that one in there. He's 12 of 14, 131 yards. But points have been at a premium tonight. Both of these defenses have played well. Green Canyon got 3 points because they had a huge return on the opening kickoff. And then they got a turnover on downs with a short field to get into the end zone. Wilson steps up, in trouble. Being grabbed, down he goes. Here comes a flag. Probably going to be another hold on that offensive line. They are having their troubles tonight, keeping their hands to themselves. Wilson takes the sack. The quick hitter's been what's done it for him tonight because personal foul, face mask. Oh, so that one's going against Stansbury. Stansbury's done a good job tonight of avoiding the big penalty. And that's only their 2nd penalty of the night. And it's a big one. It takes the ball deep into Stallion territory. I thought maybe it was another hold on that offensive line. They've been called for 3 of them. Here's the quick give to Martin. Martin still churning. Martin still on his feet. Pushes forward, picks up 9 yards. He just wouldn't go down. Baxter Martin listed at 5'8". None of these backs are big. They're all listed 5'7", 5'8". Running with low center of gravity. We see Martin defensively making some plays tonight. They're going to give him 8 yards, 2nd and a short 2. That's the adjustment that Stansbury's made. They're playing 4 down linemen instead of 3. And a 3-yard gain and a first down for Martin. So that penalty now on Stansbury looming large, because that was a sack. They had taken Wilson down for a loss, and instead a big loss and a second and long. It's down inside the 20, about the 19-yard line of Stansbury. 5:20 to play in the third quarter. 10-0 Green Canyon, looking for more. Wilson's got time. He's got Schramm inside the 10. Breaks inside, stays on his feet. They can't get him down. They finally wrestle him out at the 2. 17 yards. He had a huge game last week. He's got 68 yards on 6 catches this week. 13 of 15 now, 148 yards for Wilson, 68 of those going to Schramm on 6 completions. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Stansbury gives up a touchdown here. They could be in some serious trouble given their offensive struggles tonight. 2 backs, nobody wants the ball. Thane finally takes it. They were running that read option, and Wilson held the ball. It's like, somebody take it. Both backs came toward each other, and Thane, picked up a yard after all of that. Second and goal. 8 carries, 15 yards for Thane. Martin's got 3 for 13. Hawks 2 for 3. Wilson 6 for 50. Hawks with the only touchdown of the game, a 1-yard, less than 1 yard tumble into the end zone. Green Canyon not in any hurry, and the back judge is counting. They better hurry. Green Canyon's going to need to take a timeout. So Wilson's back there talking to his running backs. They're in that split back set. He's telling them, you over here, you over here. Meanwhile, the back judge is counting, and the sideline calls timeout. Green Canyon knocking on the door with 3:46 to play in the third quarter, 10-0 Wolves. Hey, step into the Factory Pizzeria in Logan for a dining experience like no other. Enjoy the cozy, laid-back vibe with those exposed brick walls, TVs everywhere, and the best hand-tossed pizza around. Whether it's a casual night out or a special occasion, the Factory's unique atmosphere makes every meal memorable. Come for the food, stay for the vibe at the Factory Pizzeria, a Game of the Week sponsor. Green Canyon knocking at the door. Stansbury trying to make the play to keep him out of the house. Split backs in the pistol. Fake the give inside. Wilson unloads. One hops it to his receiver. Nice job by Stansbury bringing a guy off the edge. And Wilson dumped back at the 10. It'll be third and goal. Let's see if they do something to get Wilson outside the pocket. He likes to go to his right. That's the boundary side. The field side is his left. Let's see if he'll come to the left. Again, they're running out of that 2-back set with 3 wide. They're going to turn and hand it to Hawks. He's following them big hoggies. Looks like he's in. Let's see. Everybody on the field except the guys that matter say touchdown. They get Hawks up off the ground. Everybody from the Green Canyon side jumped up and down because he looked like he was in the end zone, and they said, nope, he's not. So the ball nose up on the goal line, 4th and inches. Coach Tauili spent a lot of time as his team went to the locker room talking to this officiating crew. There were a couple of interesting things that happened in that first half, mostly with his quarterback late on a punt. It was a rugby-style punt, and he got plowed over well after the kick was away, and there was no flag. And he kind of put his hands up in the air after that no call there. Here's the give to Martin. Martin spun around into the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, Stansbury looked like they had him stood up, and then he spun off the tackle and spun right into the end zone. He only had to go less than a foot. Stansbury defended it well, but Martin was able to spin off into the end zone for the score. So Tanner Hold on for the PAT. He spent a lot of time on the sideline. Hasn't had to kick since early in this ball game. He muscles that one through. And it's 17-0. Green Canyon with some breathing room. 2:36 to play in the third quarter on the game of the week. Discover the garden of your dreams at Anderson Seed and Garden in Logan with expert advice and a wide selection of seeds, plants, and supplies. Anderson's has everything you need to make your garden thrive. Trust the local experts at Anderson Seed and Garden, helping you grow for over 80 years. And check out their website at AndersonSeedandGarden.com. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. Now that score puts a lot of pressure on the Stansbury offense. They haven't been a big play offense tonight at all, and they weren't that much last week. They did get the win over Snow Canyon, and it was a big play that got them the win, a 34-yard touchdown run very late in that fourth quarter. But they haven't really been able to hit the big play tonight, and that gives this Green Canyon team with a good defense a little bit of breathing room. Both feet into the end zone makes it a touchback. And Stansbury has 80 yards in front of him. Only 2:35 left in this quarter. It's been a fast-moving ball game because both teams have put it on the ground quite a bit, although Green Canyon has thrown the ball more. They've 16 times Green Canyon's put it in the air. Only 8 throws by Stansbury. I mean, that's 24 passes. A lot of teams do that in a half in today's football world. Dearden underneath, got his man. Splitting some defenders and getting up to the 35-yard line is Ferry. 15 yards and a first down. Ferry's kind of been everything for this offense. He's got 23 yards through the air and 32 yards on the ground, 55 total yards. He's got more than half of the passing yards and just under half of the rushing yards. Look out, Dearden in trouble, and he's sacked. First sack of the night for Green Canyon. Eli Wheatley, he's one of those returners. A loss of 2 as Dearden felt the pressure and tried to bail out. Wheatley got there. Dearden's felt the pressure quite a bit tonight. And the officials are sending off one of the Green Canyon players again. They've sent a lot of them off for equipment problems or different things. And looking at the player over there on the sideline, Spencer Mitchell. Faking the blitz, bringing 3. Dearden's got a lot of time. Unloading, he's got a man. Pass, complete. 37 yards. Biggest play of the night for Stansbury. Rhodes. 2 catches, 40 yards for Rhodes. They've got 2 82s on their roster. Grizel and Rhodes, I'm guessing it's Rhodes the junior. Now Stansbury in business at the Green Canyon 30-yard line. 1:26 to play in the third quarter. Stansbury trailing by 3 scores. Quick hitter picks up 7. Goes to Salahuddin. 6 of 10 for 88 yards. Check that, 7-11 for 88 yards for Dearden. Of course, the big one just a moment ago. 2nd and 4. Turn and give it to Ferry. Ferry met at the line of scrimmage, picked up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. So that breathes a little bit of life, that big play, into Stansbury. They've got a little bit of a spring in their step now, and they're inside the Green Canyon 25-yard line, the closest they've been all night. And they've got 2 downs to pick up 2.5 yards. 14 seconds left in the third quarter, and the clock runs. Peterson in the backfield with Dearden. Dearden's going to roll to his left. Got room on the edge. He's going to unload into the end zone or near the goal line. Did he make the catch? He did not. Tried to lead Rich. Rich couldn't come up with it. That's the end of the third quarter of play. Well, let's make sure, because they did this once to us where they said it wasn't the end of the quarter. And that is the end of the third quarter. 17-0. Green Canyon leads Stansbury. 4th and short for the Stallions when we come back. Improve your life and the lives of those around you with today's hearing aid technology at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Dr. Paul Daines will customize a hearing program just for you. Don't miss the joys of life. Call us. That's Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology for an appointment today. If you can name the bumper music we're playing, that's what this music's called, right? Bumper music as we go in and out of these. If you can name most of the songs, you probably need an appointment at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, because these are all 70s and 80s stuff. This is the Moody Blues. Moody Blues, you hippie. I always thought our producer, cameraman, technical director was more of a cowboy than a hippie. Maybe he's a hippie cowboy. 4th down and 2.5. Dearden unloads way off the mark. He had to get rid of it in a hurry. The snap was low. He picked it up off of his shoelaces, and it messed up all the timing. You could just tell that clock in his head was ticking really loud. He unloaded to the edge, and his receiver wasn't there. And Green Canyon continues to pitch the shutout. They've started the season with 7 scoreless quarters. 7 quarters where they have not allowed a point for Green Canyon. And their offense coming back on the field after scoring on their last possession. They have the ball at the 23-yard line. Their own 23 just underway in this 4th quarter. Wilson's gotten up slow a couple times tonight. He's taken a couple of big hits. He's got Hawks in the backfield with him. Turn and give it. Flag in the backfield after a 6-yard run by Hawks. So we're probably going to back Green Canyon up again. Another hold. It's 4th holding call on Green Canyon tonight. One of them took away a 60-plus yard run in that first half by Wilson. We talked about what adjustments Stansbury might make because Wilson was just gashing them with the quarterback rush. Well, they were running a 3-man front in that first half. The last possession, they were running a 4-man front almost exclusively. Now they look like they're back to a 3-man front. They're back to a 3-4 look. 1st and 20. Turn and hand it off again. Stansbury ripping at that ball, trying to get a turnover. Here comes a late flag. There's some jawing going on down there. So, who said the wrong thing? Because both teams were jawing. And it's always somebody that goes and takes it just a little too far. It'd be half the distance to the goal if it's against Green Canyon. They may do offsetting. Let's see. Personal foul. Boy, not unsportsmanlike. Personal foul on Stansbury. That's 2 big personal foul penalties on the Stallions here in this half after only 1 penalty in the first half. Things getting a little bit chippy. I'm sure Stansbury getting a little bit frustrated. They haven't put any points on the board. They're trailing 17-0. Defensively, I mean, they're trailing 17-0, but defensively, they've played pretty well. They gave up 10 points on a short field. They've really given up 1 longer drive, but both of those that one was actually aided by a penalty, so. Green Canyon now with 2nd down and 4. Quick hit over the middle. 1st down, out to the 40. It's a 10-yard gain. Lowe has 78 yards on 6 catches. .226 yards passing now for Wilson, following up his 288 yards last week, and one of the Stallions is down. Looks like he's got a cramp. Not nearly as warm tonight as it was last week. In fact, it's a beautiful evening here in North Logan. It was really windy to start the evening. And now the wind is still blowing out of the south, but it's not quite as gusty as it was. And it's keeping the bugs away. They continue to work on that Stansbury player on the sideline. Got a couple of shout outs to go out there to the Stansbury area, to the biggest Ute fan I know. A shout out to the golf cart and the reserve boys. Here's the give to Hawks. Thane not in there on this possession. Hawks with 3 yards. 6 yards on 4 carries. And Green Canyon really in no hurry now. They've got a 17-0 lead. Still 10:40 to play, but Stansbury's got to make a stop, and they got to finish an offensive drive. They've moved the ball tonight. They've been in Green Canyon territory a few times. They just haven't been able to finish. Here comes a late blitzer. Wilson's going to keep it. Not a lot of running room. Yet somehow he's able to pick up about 5 yards. He'll be 3rd and 1. Wilson not big. And I'm sure the sideline holds their breath every time he runs that ball, because Stansbury is big and they are physical, and they've laid the wood a few times tonight. And Wilson's got up slow a few times tonight. But he's drinking the fearless juice. 2 for 4 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. A big one here. They're going to give it to Martin. Martin's got a 1st down. He's into the secondary, and he's spun down after a gain of 8. Golf cart and the reserve boys probably don't like that one, but they loved it here in North Logan. First and 10 at the 44-yard line of Stansbury. 17-0 Green Canyon. The Wolves trying to put this thing away early in the fourth quarter, but a score here would just about do it. 3 yards for Martin. 6 carries, 25 yards for Martin tonight. Green Canyon will be at Highland next week before they come home to host Westfield, the newest member of Region 11 and 4A. Westfield out in the Hooper area. Big, nice high school out there. Stansbury will be home the next couple of games against Ridgeline and then again against Cottonwood. So they take on 2 of the top teams in Region 11 back-to-back, Green Canyon and Ridgeline. At least they get to play Ridgeline at home. There have been some good battles between Stansbury and Ridgeline. Quick hit to Schramm. Schramm picks it up. He's down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards and another first down. Green Canyon's offense is humming. $84 yards on 7 catches for Schramm, following up that big 157-yard 3-touchdown night last week. It hasn't been easy for Green Canyon offensively. Stansbury's made them drive the field, but Stansbury just can't get them off the field here late in this third quarter and earlier here in the fourth. Schramm again, inside the 20. Picks up 7. $16 of 19, 249 yards for Wilson. He hasn't really uncorked anything deep. The way Stansbury's played it, they're not letting him beat him over the top. He's taken what he's been given to the edges and then quick hitters to those slot receivers crossing the middle. Give it off to Hawks. And a run mixed in, and Hawks has a first down to the 15. A gain of 5, and they're going to move the chains. He's finally brought down by Tasi Leala Isalanoa. Easy for you to say. Lealia Salanoa, a big man in the middle. Fake it to Hawks. Throw it to the edge. Schramm goes up to get it. Looking for the end zone, but he can't find it. He's turned away. Picks up 12, first and goal. Green Canyon. Schramm over 100 yards now, 103 on the night. See what Green Canyon does. They bring in dual running backs. I'm looking for Thane. He hasn't been in at all in this series. And it's Martin and Hawks. I don't see Thane on the bench anywhere. There's a big group of players down there. He may be in there. First and goal at the 3. Give it to Hawks on the delayed handoff. Working his way toward the goal line. Second down at the 1. Six minutes and the clock runs. Green Canyon looking to put this one away with another touchdown. They already lead 17-0. I see Thane over on the sideline. He's messing with his lower leg. Looks like he's working on some of his equipment. 2nd and goal at the 1. Too much time. Green Canyon's done a better job this second half. They had 6 penalties in the first half. That's only their second. There's 5:24 to play in the ball game. Only their second of the half. Stansbury with only 3 penalties all night, but 2 here in this second half. And they were 2 big ones that kept drives alive for Green Canyon. So now it's goal to go just outside the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal. Stansbury bringing 5. Quickly over the middle, Pabst reaches behind and grabs it, hauls it in for 6. Flag on the play as Pabst celebrates. They're going to get him for taunting, but that's after the play. First touchdown pass of the game for Wilson. And they'll assess this on the kickoff. 4:59 to play. Let's see, maybe they will back him up. Touchdown's good. Probably unsportsmanlike after the play, and that is Pabst. Pabst was getting ready to do his little dance, starting his little dance. He said, nope, none of that. We do not play this game for fun or joy. Stop that, son. Go to the sideline, practice your times tables. In fairness, things have been getting a little chippy, right? And the officials are really kind of thinking of, okay, we don't need anything that's going to get any bad stuff going. PAT's up and good. 24-0. Green Canyon rolling with 4:59 to play. Two words, saucy nugs. Yeah, at Wendy's. They've got the saucy nugs. Devour them for yourself. You'll soon discover how lip-smacking and ridiculously saucy these nugs really are. Big, bold flavors. Spicy, sweet, savory, saucy. They're all the things. And you can get 4, 6, 10, and even 20 pieces right now. The saucy nugs at Wendy's. A Game of the Week sponsor. Are you very superstitious? What is your superstition on game day? Got some college football that starts tomorrow. Next week it starts in earnest. The Aggies, Utes, Cougars, Wildcats all in action next week. NFL kicks off the week after that. It's the most wonderful time of the year. High school's been going for a couple of weeks. After the penalty, Green Canyon has to kick from way back in their own territory. That's taken to the 20 and advanced up to about the 39-yard line before the Green Canyon defense, well, their special teams get there. Stansbury trails 24-0, 4:50 to play. Stansbury, at this point, just wants to get something going with their offense. They're going to actually say that the runner was stopped back at the 37 instead of the 39. And Green Canyon, I'm sure, wants to continue pitching shutouts. They'd like to start the season with 2 in a row. The defensive culture is something that they've really been stressing here in North Logan, right through the hands of Ben Wallace, or he may have been making a house call. It's Dearden. I don't think he even saw him. Wallace was sitting down there in the flat. Defensive coordinator Aman Samia doing a great job, according to Coach Ta'ili. Dearden, plenty of time, throws the out pattern to Rich, and they're going to say it's a catch. 20 yards and a first down. $108 yards on 8 completions now for Dearden, 38 on 3 catches for Rich. Dearden looking back the other way, one-on-one to the edge, there's a hold, no flag. So the receiver and the defensive back got kind of tangled up at the 25-yard line, then the defensive back reached out, grabbed the receiver and turned him, and no flag. Paxton Blake doing a good job. You know, again, they didn't call it, he got away with it, and 15's better than 6. And I'm telling you that as a defensive back 100 years ago that grabbed and held plenty. 2nd and 10, Dearden has to pull it down, he's got running room. Rolls to the outside, carrying that ball like a loaf of bread out there. Finally tucks it in and gets spun down after a gain of about 6. 3rd down. 6 carries, 19 yards for Dearden. 2 of 8 on 3rd downs for Stansbury. And obviously it's 4-down territory. 3:40 to play in the ball game. 24-0 Green Canyon. Green Canyon wants to continue to pitch the shutout. Stansbury wants to get something to show for the trip. Dearden spins out of trouble. Unloads, looking for Rich. Out of bounds. 4th down and a long 4. Dearden doing a good job that time just to avoid the sack. That's closer to 4th and 5. It's a long 4, but last gasp for Stansbury. See if they can keep the drive alive. 5 receivers. And a timeout called. And you almost wonder if you're Green Canyon, if maybe you come after Dearden here on 4th down. That clock's ticking awful loud in his head. We'll find out in just a few moments. 3:25 to play in the ball game. 24-0 Green Canyon on the game of the week. The Factory Pizzeria has been a long-time sponsor of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Get your fix, your pizza fix at the Factory Pizzeria in Logan. Enjoy the specials on their famous hand-tossed pizzas. Grab a large pizza and a pitcher combo for a great deal. Swing by for their Monday special. Buy a large 3-topping pizza, get a free small nachos. Or stop in on $5 Wednesday for $5 nachos and $5 wings. All at the Factory Pizzeria. Fourth down in the ball game for the Stallions. They trail 24-0 to Green Canyon. Trying to keep the drive alive, see if they can get some points on the board. Wheatley in the backfield with Dearden. He has to just throw it up, and it's picked off. Dearden just chucked it up. Picked off. First turnover of the game for either team. Flag is thrown on the sideline by the near sideline judge. They say the interception is good. It's 3:13 left in this ball game. It is Green Canyon ball. See what the flag is. Sideline warning as the Green Canyon sideline jumped out there close to the field. That's something they've been doing for quite a few years now, and that big white area on the sideline, the players are supposed to stay out of that. You've had multiple officials running up the field trying to follow a play that end up getting plowed over by players or coaches, and that's why they've tried to make this buffer zone for the officials to operate in. And it's a warning the first time. And it's a good rule for safety, especially where they make it a warning the first time. Green Canyon could pick up a first down. They might be able to just run this thing out. Oh, they're going to the air. Wilson looking for Pabst, who was tripped up. And Wilson wants the PI. He got his feet tangled up with the defender, did Pabst. Second down. 19 of 23, 267 yards and a touchdown for Wilson. Schramm 103 yards on 9 catches. Pabst with the only touchdown grab of the night. Lowe, 6 grabs, 78 yards. Second and 10 with 3:10 to play in the ball game. See if Stansbury uses any of their timeouts. They've got 3. It's a 24-0 ball game. I doubt it. As we're under 3 minutes to play. 3rd and 10. No gain by Hawks. Not sure what's going on with Thane, but he hasn't been out there much offensively here in this 3rd and 4th quarter. Seen him on the sideline, just kind of working with, doing something with his ankle. It wasn't a trainer, it was just him. He's got his helmet off. Wilson's going to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got a first down. And 14 yards and a first down for Wilson. 8 carries, 69 yards. $122 yards rushing for Green Canyon to go with 267 in the air. 389 yards so far tonight. Under 2 minutes to play. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Stansbury. Too much time as the back judge calls it. And Wilson throws his arms up. I wasn't looking. I didn't think it was time. I wasn't looking to see if the back judge was counting. I mean, he has to. That's part of it. Coach Ta'ili is talking to the official on the sideline. I think maybe wanting a little bit of help with the count or something. I don't know. Nine penalties on Green Canyon tonight. It was 10-0 at the half. It's 24-0 now. Green Canyon trying to close this one out. 90 seconds to play. Give it to Martin. Martin's got an opening. Martin back down to the original line of scrimmage, and one more. 6 yards for Martin. 31 yards on 7 carries. 77 yards rushing for Stansbury as we look at some of these stats. And one of the Stallions is down. 1:08 to play in the ball game, and they're going to attend to him. 77 yards rushing for Stansbury, 108 through the air. 185 total yards for the Stallions. Listen, if you're a Stansbury fan watching this, Green Canyon had the #2 defense in all of 4A last year. I think Crimson Cliffs was #1. They won the title. And Green Canyon has a good defense again this year. That's their culture out here. That's what they're preaching. They're making it into, you know, DHS, Defense High School. And they're going to make it tough on everybody because defense travels. Defense plays well in bad weather. Defense can play in August. Defense can play in November. And if they add any sort of offense to a pretty dang good defense, they're going to be somebody to contend with again, and that's kind of what it looks like tonight. As they put 24 up tonight after putting 27 up last week against Hunter in that 27-0 shutout. And they've got the injured Stallion up off the ground. It's Isaac Finau, the senior defensive end. Coach JT Tauiliili telling me when we were talking about Stansbury, he said, you know, they are big and aggressive defensively. Their linebackers, their defensive ends, their box is going to be a challenge. And it was 10-0 for a long time. 2 scores on a short field for Green Canyon offense, and this Stansbury defense caused trouble for a while. And then here in this second half, Green Canyon's just, I don't know if they wore them down. They've gotten some big plays. They've stayed on the field. And the Stallions defense has been on the field for a long time. Here's Thane finally on the field. Stop me if you've heard this one. Flag, and there's another one. So instead of a first down inside 35 and a chance to close it out, we got a couple of flags. It's going to be 2nd and long, I would imagine. Holding. And then there's another flag back in the defensive backfield. See if that's on the offense or the defense. That'll be the 10th penalty on Green Canyon. Something to clean up when you're watching film. $85 yards worth of penalties for Green Canyon. They've got 395 total yards, 85 yards worth of penalties. 59 seconds to play in a 24-0 ball game. The clock starts. Green Canyon's just trying to end this game. Give it to Martin. Martin's going to cut it back inside. Thrown down after a gain of a couple. And I don't know if Green Canyon's even going to have to snap the football. That's what their head coach is talking to the official on the sideline. I don't think they're even going to have to snap the ball. So Green Canyon knew that Stansbury would be a test. They felt like it was a good test for them to see where they fit in 4A. They passed with flying colors as they pitched their 2nd consecutive shutout. 24-0. Green Canyon beats Stansbury. We're back next week at Logan High School as Logan hosts Timpanogos. We hope you enjoyed the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. We'll talk to you next time on the Game of the Week. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. KSM means music. Music is all we do. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.